Hello folks, how are you guys today? I am back with another video. You might have seen the thumbnail already, but this is my first tutorial video on this channel. If you play Geometry Dash, you might have seen these levels that have a thing called boss fights. They look really complicated, but I made it as simple as I can. Here is my way on how to make a simple boss fight in Geometry Dash. So first you have to obviously create a level. You can name it whatever you want. Once you are in the level, you can now look around or change the ground or background color, or fidget with the editor like I am. First you make the weapon model. You can literally go for any design for your weapon. I am going for a cannon style weapon. Make the cannon group 1 to be organized. Now I will start making the projectile or laser that comes out of the cannon. My laser is going to be pretty simple, but if you want a more fancy laser, go watch Dolphe's tutorial on how to make a fancy laser. Make a new layer and begin designing your laser. You can use multiple layers for this. Make the laser group 1 and 2. Now we are going to make the hitboxes or kill block. Go to the next free layer to make your hitboxes. I am going to use spikes for this, but if you want a better hitbox, use something else. Make the hitbox group 1 and 3. Spread them throughout the laser. Now time for the triggers. Add an alpha trigger for group 2 and 3. Select both of the triggers and make the fade time and opacity to 0. Add a toggle trigger for group 3 and make sure it is not activated. Now if you play test you will not see the laser and you will not get killed. I am checking to see any errors or problems. Now I am going to add a move trigger for group 1. Set the move time to 99.99 and make it lock to player X. Now when you play test, the cannon will move with you. Now add another move trigger and make the laser go down to the right dimensions. Now you don't have to do this, but you can use easing. Easing makes the movement more fluid. Now add an object to the back of your cannon so you can use rotate triggers. If you don't want your cannon to rotate, you can skip this step. Make the object group 1 and 4. Now we are going to make the cannon shoot. Copy and paste the first 3 triggers we made. Edit Group 3's toggle trigger and check the activate bar. Edit Group 2's alpha trigger and make the fade time to 1 and the opacity to 100. Now copy and paste the triggers. How far the triggers are from each other depends on the laser duration. Select Group 2's alpha trigger. Set the fade time to whatever you want, but the opacity has to be 0. Now when you play test, the cannon will shoot the laser for a specific time and then stop. I forgot to deactivate Group 3's toggle trigger, so quickly do that. Now add a move trigger to determine how hard the cannon will shoot. This is only for looks, so you can skip this step if you want. Set the move trigger to control group 1 and extend the X-axis to how far you want it to be. Now copy and paste the move trigger and move it to the other side of the laser triggers. Now edit your move trigger's X-axis to the same number but negative. For example, my X-axis is at 24, now I made it so it is now negative 24. You can now edit the easing and the move time to your liking. You can skip this step if you want. Now add a rotate trigger to make your cannon rotate when it is shot. Edit the center group ID to 4 and target group ID to 1. The amount of degrees it rotates can be anything, as long as it is visible on your screen when playtesting. You can now add some easing. Your cannon will now have recoil and rotation. I am now making some minor adjustments. Now let's add some pulse triggers to make the laser look nice. You can skip this step if you want. Now the laser looks more like a laser. Now we are pretty much done. You can make the laser shoot more than once by copy and pasting the triggers and making the cannon shoot downwards, or you can add another move trigger to make the cannon move up or down. After this tutorial, you should have a pretty cool boss fight. If you want to see some more videos like this, you should totally subscribe and hit the like button. If you find anything wrong with the tutorial, comment down below. The link to Dolphe's laser tutorial will be in the description. Anyways, see you guys later.